Hey, welcome back to episode of Is It Worth It? Today's episode, we got this cool right here. And what these are some power station. If you see right here, I do have two of them from the same exact brand. This one here is the River 2 Max, and this is the River 2 Pro. If you can see the design for both of them, it looks very similar in terms of what you guys do get. You do have all different output in the front and then the input in the back. And for each one of them, they do have the handle on top or in the back part for you guys to carry around really easily. And then on both sides right here and this side as well, they do have the air vent option to prevent it from overheating when you do use it. And the bottom part right here, they do have the non-slip material to prevent it from moving around when you guys use it. And the design of this one is pretty much the same as this one, but it is slightly smaller compared to the River 2 Pro. And some of the outlet on here is slightly different as well in terms of the AC option. The bottom one right here gives you guys 4 of the 3-prong option, which is grounded cable. And then for the River 2 Max, it gives you guys 2 of each, 2 of the 2-prong option and 2 of the 3-prong option. And then the back part is where you guys do plug in cable for the AC option and the solar option or the car charging option, which is right there. So for both of them, it's the same design, if you can see. So to give you guys a better point of view, let me actually bring it a bit closer to show you guys what's on here for both of them. Then we'll give it a try using some of the devices that we have here in terms of electric kettle and also my laptops. All right, so once you guys bring the camera a little bit closer, this actually looks like for both of them. So all of them is pretty much the same except for the output, like I mentioned, how this one gives you guys 4 of the 3-prong option and this one only gives you guys 2 and then 2 of the 2-prong option, which is a little bit more of an inconvenient, especially if you guys do plug anything that has 3-prong cable. But both of them, they do give you guys the 3 USB-A option and also the USB-C option for both of them that provide you guys 100 watts. And in the middle part right here, we do have the display that they do have the power saving option that turns off by itself, if you see right here. So once you guys press the button for both of them, it turns it back on. And then for both of them, it shows you guys like the battery percentage, show you guys how long it will last for the battery on here, and also show you guys the input and output when you guys do use that. So obviously for this one, it is a little bit bigger, so a little bit more powerful in terms of what you guys do get. They mentioned for both of them, it does have the X-Boost technology, but this one supports up to 1600 watts, and this one supports up to 1000 watts. So for both of them, it will work for electric kettle, but it will temporarily stop for this one when you guys use it, which I'll show you in a second. Where for this one, it will work, but it goes up to 800 watts when you guys use it, which we'll see in a second. What I want to do right now is a plug-in cable to show you guys how much power it does provide for both of them, and also show you guys what actually looks like an app, because both of them allow you guys to control it on the app. Let's plug in cable for the River 2 Max first. Once you guys plug it in, it should start charging. You can see how the power is going up right here. The other thing that I do want to mention for both of the product when you guys do purchase it, they do give you guys like the DC cable, the car charging cable, and also the AC cable to plug it in directly into the wall to recharge it. The wall charging cable is the fastest option for you guys to recharge it. If you see how I mentioned right here that I'll probably take around 37 minutes to recharge it from 35% to 100. And currently it's providing around 627 watts of input when you guys do charge it up. So definitely a lot of power if you can see. Now I'm actually gonna plug it and plug in the bottom one to show you guys how much power for this one as well. So once you guys do plug in the bottom one here, it will start charging, you see. So this one should provide you guys slightly more power for the input option when you guys do use it. You can see how right now it's already at 870 watts and it kicks in the fan immediately on here in terms of the cooling fan. And they mentioned how it probably takes around 44 minutes to recharge it from 38% to 100, which is really fast because a lot of other power stations that I've reviewed in the past or any other ones that I haven't reviewed yet, there are a lot of them, especially the one from the Jackery brand that takes forever to recharge it, like 3 or 4 hours. And this one only takes around 1 hour or less. If you see how it went from like 38% to 42% already. So definitely a lot of power on here for both of them to help you guys recharge it really fast. But now I'm gonna show you guys what it actually looks like on the app. So once you guys do go on the app, this is what the app looks like. So notice how I do have a lot of Ecoflow devices, but I do have connected for the River 2 Max and also the River 2 Pro. If you guys do go to the River 2 Pro, this is what the app looks like. So I'll show you guys how much input that's being provided on here and show you guys output as well. And you do have the option to turn on and turn off the AC option and DC option if you guys want to. But you can see how it's went from 38% to 51% already. So it charges really fast. If you guys do press right here, you do have the option to change the different setting on here if you guys want to. In terms of input, output, if you guys want to turn off the X-Boost technology on here and etc. And it's very important for you guys to make sure your device is up to date for the firmware. And you do have the option to share the access for your device if you guys want to with your families or friends. But very nice how it does give you guys the option to control a lot of settings on here that a lot of other power bank or a lot of power stations does not give you guys the option. So now that we show you guys how it does work for the input option and what's on here for both of them, let's give it a try for the output on here and show you guys how it does work. So for the first test, the first option right here, let me try to use my MacBook Pro and let's plug it in. We're plugging into a USB-C that supports 100 watts, if you can see. So when I do look at how much power it does provide, it goes as high as 92 watts. And currently my battery percentage on my laptop is around like 5% or under 10%, but it does get very close to 100 watts, if you can see. Now let's unplug it and try the other one and show you guys how much power for this one as well. So once you guys plug it in, you can see how the numbers going up as well. And I love how for both of them, when you guys plug it in, it shows you guys that the USB-C option is being plugged in. You can see right there. But this one also provides you guys 92 watts of power when you guys use both of them. So it's about the same in terms of what you guys do get for the USB-C option, you can see. But now let's try to plug in the AC option to show you guys when that supports electric kettle and also how much power that it will support up to. So right here, I do have my electric kettle. If you guys do plug it in, let's try the River 2 Max first. Turn on the AC option. And it shows you guys the icon and logo or symbol on here as well. Same thing if you guys turn on the DC option. But if you guys do press the button here to turn it on, it does turn on. But when you guys look over here, you can see how it does provide 618 watts of power when you guys use that. And it shows you guys how much time is left on here, which is 14 minutes, if you guys were to maintain this level of the power. So pretty much for this product, it does maintain power just for a little bit. But watch what happens for after a few minutes. It does turn off because of the overload protection on here. You can see on the screen. So there is a limit in terms of how high it can go when you guys do use it for the River 2 Max. But if you guys use it on the River 2 Pro, let me show you guys what happens. Plug it in, turn it on, press right here to turn it on as well. And it does turn on. When you guys do look at how much power it does provide and when it actually works, it went up to 1100 watts and it went down to 800. And it's maintaining around 800 watts when you guys do use it and see. And the product does work. And there's no issue of it turning off because it will support it since this is the device that's under 1600 watts of power. So that is where the X Boost technology on here kicks in. It allows you guys to use it, but it just brings down the power down to 800 watts MNC, similar to this one as well. But this one supports up to 1000 watts of power for the device. That's why it shuts down immediately afterward. So when you guys use it on here, it definitely does work and it does provide a lot of power on here when you guys do use it and see. So that's the difference between the River 2 Pro versus the River 2 Max. This will support a little bit more power than the River 2 Max when you guys use it for more powerful stuff and see. But definitely both of them provide a lot of power that you use as a home emergency option or even for camping or even in your office when you guys need it. And obviously for both of the devices, you can feel free to plug in all the outlets at the same time to charge multiple devices at the same time you guys want to. Just keep in mind for the AC option, there is a limit. Same for other ones, but it does have the overload protection, so you don't have to worry about if you guys use the wrong device on here to blow it up or whatever, that won't happen because it does have the safety feature built in. All right. So now that we show you guys how it does work and what you guys do get for both of them, now to answer the question of whether or not it's worth it or not and which one the better option to go for. So honestly, for both of them, they are pretty worth it for what you guys do get. So you can't really go wrong with either one of them. It does provide enough of power for you guys to recharge like a laptop, your phone, or anything else at the same time. Like I mentioned, if you guys want to use multiple devices at the same time, feel free to do so. But in terms of which one the better option to go for, I think it's pretty obvious that the River 2 Pro is the better option to go for between these two right here, because it does provide more power in terms of the input and output, and it does support like a stronger device. Like how when you guys use the electric kettle, it does support it on here, and then for this one, it does support it for like a few seconds, then it shuts off because of the overload protection, and that is because of the X Boost technology on here. This one supports up the device for 1000 watts, and this one is 1600 watts. So the River 2 Pro is definitely the best choice to go for if you guys compare both of these. But you guys can't really go wrong with the River Max if you guys want to use it for like slightly weaker devices. But then obviously for those of you guys who don't want or don't need one or have one of these, the obviously don't buy one and save very much something else you actually do need. So that's basically everything for this video itself. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button in the bottom. That will definitely help this video out, and it will definitely help with the algorithm as well to promote more videos for you guys so you guys can see more of the videos or similar videos as well. But as always, make sure to stay positive, be you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Is It Worth It? Peace.